So now, Lena, you've come into the celebrity part of this Epstein dump.
Oh
Some
gosh.
big names was dropped in the minority space,
Mhm.
and some of them got on my nerves. But for those that didn't hear about these names, I'm gonna play a clip, and then me and Lena will talk about it. Lena will get first deal since she just got here. But take a look at this, Lena, and I'll tell you where these people are wrong.
A
Okay.
newly released wave of documents connected to the Jeffrey Epstein investigation has once again sent shockwaves across the internet. As part of a federal transparency initiative, millions of unclassified pages have been made public, revealing raw records collected by authorities over several years. Almost immediately, parts of this massive release began circulating online, sparking debate, confusion, and speculation, especially where famous names appear. Among the documents being discussed are screenshots said to come from an FBI crisis intake report dated July 2019. These types of reports are created when law enforcement receives tips or allegations from the public, often anonymously. In the circulating excerpts, the names of high-profile music artists Jay-Z and Pusha T appear alongside other well-known figures. The mentions quickly drew attention on social media, with many users jumping to conclusions before understanding the context of the records. According to the unverified intake notes, an anonymous caller alleged she had been drugged and abused and referenced individuals she claimed were connected to Epstein's network. Pusha T's name is reportedly mentioned in relation to handlers, while Jay-Z's name appears listed in a separate line alongside another controversial figure. However, these references exist only within a raw intake document, not in court filings, indictments, or confirmed investigative outcomes. It is important to understand that crisis intake reports do not represent verified facts or conclusions. They are simply logs of information received, often containing claims that may never be proven or acted upon. Law enforcement agencies routinely record such tips without validating them, and many never lead to investigations. At this time,
Lena, there you have it. And that's not the only person that got drug into this. Another human being that seems to be one of the nicest people on earth and gets drugged a lot by the hood. He got drugged into this, and I'm talking about none other than my slick-haired friend Russell Wilson, who I've actually played Madden with. I know the dude. He is down for his people. He is not some soft cornball brother. That's not Russell Wilson whatsoever. He got drugged into this because it was alleged that he was trying to buy Jeffrey Epstein's airplane. He came out and slammed it. Of course, Jay-Z and Pusha T slammed it. And like the guy said in the recording, none of this stuff was substantiated yet. Hadn't made any kind of court filings or anything like that. Lena, what do you think is going on with this?
I think that I've recently come to this conclusion in my own self because this is just a deep rabbit hole. I actually think that I don't care. I feel like, what are we gonna do? What
Mm,
seeing these faces doing for us? Are we going to act, or are we going to keep talking about it on social media because it gives us clicks and views? We're talking about children's information was also leaked to victims and everything. So it's it almost seems intentional in the way that they're orchestrating it. And if it's going to be intentional by them, then it needs to be intentional from us as well. What are we talking about this for? Like, and I'm not asking you this. This is just a question that society needs to ask itself in general. We know these files exist. What more do I need to know? Lock the people up, go through the evidence, and figure out what happened. That's all. I don't care. Outside of that, if you're not taking it to court, I don't care.
folks, I hear a lot of frustration in her voice, and I've got that frustration too, because the time for talking should have been over. But
Yes.
Lena, unfortunately, until we get an opposition party that has some bite, the only thing we can do is talk about it because Trump is not going to do anything. And the other issue with Trump is this. I was talking about this to somebody the other day. All these tech billionaires that normally voted blue, does it not strike y'all why they all of a sudden jumped on the Trump train? It's not just simply because they want to save taxes. It's not just simply because of regulations. Ultimately, Lena, all those tech bros went to that damn island, done
Mm-hmm.
some nasty stuff, and they are in those files which is why they keep trying to buy Republicans so that they can kick this can down the road until there is no more opposition party. And if you ask me, the Democrats haven't been doing anything really. And I get that they can't do anything, but what you just said, Lena, is what they can do. Until they get enough people to affect change, they should be running out here in front of the microphone telling us, the voters, what they will do when they get the power back, how they will go after these people and ensure justice, how they will protect these victims, how they will protect anybody else who can come up with corroborating evidence, how they will take down this administration and all these rich ass people, whether they're Democrat, Republican, whoever. That's what Democrats should be doing right now. But have you heard one say that outside of Bernie, AOC, Ro Khanna? Nope. Crickets.
Silence.
I mean, I hear an orchestra outside my house of crickets, and it's deafening. Like, damn. I say that, and there's a cricket in my house. What in the Lord? Jeez, man, let me shut up. But anyway, yeah, Lena, I'm bothered by it because they're putting Jay-Z and these people out there to deflect from who really needs the attention. The attention needs to be on the people that are in the court filings. Trump, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Ghislaine Maxwell, Harlan Crow, Clarence Thomas. They are trying to deflect from them by putting out stuff that has no bearing, that has no substance, unsubstantiated. And to go after Russell Wilson, that's as low as you can get.
Yeah.
I mean, like, dude, come on, man. Look at this guy. It's bad enough the hood hate him because Sierra decided she don't want no drama with the hood niggas that's got 1,100 kids and went to Russell, who I'm telling y'all, Russell is as pro-black as they come. I don't care if his hair is as curly as it is in a Native American tribe. Russell is pro-minority. Y'all keep that man name out your mouth. Post your comments. Let me know what you think. I think this is a big cover-up by the richest white men in America because they don't want to be taken down. This could be the thing that could cleanse this country of this crony capitalism, this eroded middle class that they've created, and fix some things and really get justice back if Democrats do what they got to do. So y'all let us know what you think. I'll give you something funny before we go to something heavy. Well, no. Let me finish all the Epstein stuff. Then we'll go to the funny stuff. Let me finish the Epstein stuff. Okay. So we've already kind of talked about Trump and him sticking his fingers up girls, measuring tightness. Lena, can you imagine that? Like
what? Don't even no. Trump, no. Please. I don't want to imagine that. Ugh.
Lena, not only would he do that, but then he go stick him up another girl, and I'm sure he didn't wash his hand. Can you imagine the STDs he passed around just by doing that?
Look how he looks. He's just gross.
All of them are gross. Elon Musk, all of them. Well, they asked Trump, what did he feel about these latest Epstein file dumps? Take a listen to this, Lena. Before we go to it, I know you're thinking, he was very concerned and he's going to get justice. Isn't that what you're thinking?
Absolutely. Of course. He's like head guy in charge. So I know he's going to take care of it because that's what he does.
Let's see.
Nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. And in fact, if you look at the DOJ, they announced, they released 3 million pages. It's like this is all they're supposed to be doing. And frankly, the DOJ, I think, should just say, we have other things to do, because that whole thing has turned out, I mean, other than Bill Clinton and, Bill Gates and lots of people there are a lot of questions about it, but nothing on me. But it was even sort of better than that.
Okay. Nothing on me. DOJ needs to move on. That is so dismissive. It is such a lie. What are your thoughts on seeing him say that?
Well, it's intentional propaganda and gaslighting that the administration has done forever. This man is...
Lena, if you would have bet your retirement money that Trump was going to come for justice, you would have been wrong. Talk to me about his response. And Lena, look, you got a super chat, so I got to cut you a little bit of check today. Appreciate you, Robbie. I'll come back to you in a minute. But Lena, what do you think about Trump and his dismissiveness of the files, other than to throw Democrats under the bus?
I mean, it's literally typical Trump. All he does is run around questions, skate around everything. He never answers anything, and he just consistently lies. I completely expected this of him. Very, very, very him-like.
I expected him to be a little bit more vehemently opposed to the files. Like I was expecting him to bang the table, to cuss out the reporter, because he loves to do that.
Yeah.
Tell them that they suck, that whoever they work for is terrible. I was expecting him to do all that. The fact that he went kind of light tells me that he's worried. It tells me that he's worried. The fact that he's never called Ghislaine Maxwell out of her name tells me that he's worried. He's worried. And the fact that they're doing all this stuff to try to circumvent democracy and the will of people's vote, for those of you that didn't hear it, they went to Fulton County, Georgia, where he told that county to come up with, how many votes was it, Lena?
Oh, I can't remember. I don't know.
I think it was like 11,001 votes. He went down there and took the paper ballots, ladies and gentlemen. He took them. And now he's trying to create some national voter thing to basically circumvent what he knows is going to happen. Because, Lena, if the Democrats win the House, and they only need 3 seats, that's it, 3. They can start. I don't see the point in impeaching him. Like, I get sick of people saying impeach, because impeachment is not going to happen unless the Senate gets involved, and then that still doesn't mean he's going to jail. And then you still got to deal with little J.D. Vance, who's probably in these files too. They could slow things down, and they could make it hard for them.
Yeah, that's true.
But we need something to be done, because I'm scared if he would send people to Georgia to just bust up in the middle of the night with Tulsi Gabbard, turncoat ass, to get those votes. And that's in Georgia. That's a red county. What do you think he would do to a blue county, Lena?
I think he has no bounds. I think he would have no bounds. He just does anything he wants. It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
It is. It's like he gets away with whatever he wants.